welcome back to Hazardous Endeavors.
Woohoo!
I peed like 4 times.
This place is awful.
I hate this place. I hate this place and I hate everything about it.
It is, but we need to get through it.
There's
Yes,
a giant
indeed.
skull on the wall.
Yes, there is, absolutely. And welcome back to Digital and Dice's 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons Actual Play podcast, where we find our intrepid adventurers deep inside the mountain in the Valley of Forgotten Truths, apparently come face to massive face with the Sunken Oracle.
How big is it?
Well, as previously described, I believe I went with its rib cage is the size of a massive galleon, the hull. Its head seems to be several carts wide and tall. A massive giant skull that seemed to have just cracked its way outside of the stone of the mountain itself, and has just bit back what looked to be a tide of endless undead, of ghouls, zombies, skeletons, and other unnameable things that were falling down in a waterfall from it into the pit below.
Now if we could just get it to keep its mouth shut.
And as it looks forward, its mouth opens once more, and it...
Hey, what?
echoes through the chasm around you, seems to reverberate off of the walls as it seems to utter something that you can't quite understand. It might be a language, but it almost hurts your ears to hear.
I squint. Really hard.
Does it sound similar to what Lore Master Dorno was speaking?
Not quite. This one seems more guttural, and it opens its mouth one more time, and it... and it spits out what seems to be another glob of this undead and black ichor that just falls down into the pit, and it kind of clacks its teeth and shakes its head slightly. Right then. Who are you? Echoes this voice coming out of the skull.
I'm sorry?
Who are you then?
We are of the New Dawn Guard.
What's that?
It's the Dawn Guard, but new.
Ah,
Sort of like the second generation.
I mean, do you
Okay.
remember the first Dawn Guard? Like Dawn Guard 1? The original?
sure. Why not?
Okay. It's Knights of Palor.
Oh, yeah, all right.
There you go.
Right then.
Yeah, see, I got the fancy tabard. Check out my shirt.
One of its arms kind of breaks its way out of the wall with another resounding crack, and one hand seems to kind of come up, and it seems to, like, pick away at what looks like a ghoul that was hanging off on a piece of the jawbone, and it just casually flicks it down into the chasm below. It just goes off with an echoing scream.
Are you by any chance the Sunken Oracle?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Looks like it, eh? Look at me. And it motions to itself. Sunken.
Sure. Sure are.
That is very accurate.
You're a bit more cheery than we expected.
Chipper. Chipper's a good word.
Yeah.
Not that we're complaining. Not that we're complaining.
Oh. Well. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, the company I keep seems a little, well, it's a bit dead in here.
Aha.
I get it.
You.
This guy, he's a kidder.
This guy.
This
Oh,
guy.
all right. First audience I've had in... Kind of seems to think for a moment. It looks up towards the ceiling. Looks down. Oh, a very long time. Very long. Very long.
Guessing about 20 years.
Sure, yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, about. Give or take.
How long
Yeah.
have you been sitting here? Like a while?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been bound to this place for... millennia?
Thousands.
Give or take.
I don't even know that number.
And
Is
what
that a big
did
number?
you do to deserve
1,000.
this?
Oh, yeah, you see, you curse one too many gods, and then they decide, guess it's gonna curse you, and, just make you bound you to a mountain and tear that thing out from the and fill you with undead and make you spew that thing for a while. It's it's not going to be fun. I mean, it used to be a lot more fun before the undead, but once I lost a lot of the squishy bits and just all that, now it's just bleh all day long.
Oh, that sounds pretty horrible.
Disgusting.
Yeah, this place used to have a lot more light in it too. Seems to be looking around the chasm.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, right. So what you here for?
Oh,
Well-
right. Reasons.
we
Not
need...
you.
Oh,
What? Don't be rude. Don't be rude. He seems to be a very charismatic giant skeleton.
Well, we're here to just
Oh, thank
stop your last
You're
visitor,
welcome.
in all honesty.
last one. Oh, yeah. Okay. That sounds... Sure.
We need to find the heart of the blight because, that's where he decided to make himself some sort of lichy thing.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
You gotta get rid of all the blight.
Oh, do you now?
Don't I?
That's the thing you think you can do.
Isn't it?
Sure.
But
How would we do
you're
that?
the Oracle. You tell me.
Not for free.
Okay.
What do you think I'm here for? Just running a free information shop.
Oh,
Like you
what-
walk in and then you're
what-
like, hey, I have a question. And I'm like, yeah, here's all your information for free.
Okay, I thought we were friends, and I thought that friends shared secrets, but obviously they don't, so I guess we could just leave and you can sit here with your undead.
Well, it's not like I was doing anything else.
Didn't we already pay
usually
the
works.
toll on our way in?
I can't control what they do out there. I just got me.
Okay.
Look, there's a deal.
Eh.
Okay. I'm a part of the wall and
Yeah.
sunken into the mountain. Sure, that's the name. Sunken Oracle, right? We're all on the same page. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
And these things have rules. If you want information, you have to give of yourselves. That's how it goes. The last person didn't seem to have much of a problem.
And what did he give?
Well, same thing I usually require of everyone.
Which
I need
is
some of your life.
What?
Some of our life.
Preferably whatever you got. Energy, life, a couple years off, that sort of thing.
Okay, no offense, but I literally in like one of the species sitting here, the races, right? That have a very tiny lifespan. In general comparison.
I only want a chunk of it.
You want the chunk up from all of us?
Well, yeah. I mean, I suppose you all have questions.
Can you go backwards? Like, can you take like year 1 through 5?
I've never tried.
Eh?
I mean, I could try.
Hey, you wanna try it?
I mean,
But if you die when you're 5, that means you're not alive anymore, Lindo.
Okay, never mind. Don't try that.
all right.
I mean, just
Sure.
I mean,
saying.
okay, no, that's a good point. I don't understand time travel. Obviously, you do.
Well, I mean, just looking for some energy. You see, got to sustain myself somehow, eh?
Well, aren't you sustained by, terrible divine curses?
Well, I mean, there's that, but it doesn't mean I don't, get hungry. What do you think I do down here?
You
Chew
don't want to
up.
be sustained. You want to be satiated.
Ah, yes, see, wordsmith back there. Look at you. Oh,
Look
shiny.
at you. Look at you. Okay.
You look like someone I remember.
Really?
Yeah. He was taller, though. A little shiny. Had a sword like that. It's been a long time.
Kalendar?
Who?
Kalendar?
Who?
Brightblade?
Yeah, your sword's very bright.
This is like
Never mind.
I lean over to Wilf. This is probably like the worst oracle ever.
It's just a little surreal. It's all right. It's all right.
Could you tell me where a piece of the armor is? The armor of Kalendar Brightblade.
Yeah, I could do that. Payment, then. As it actually reaches out that one long, bony arm across the chasm between you, and it seems to kind of be holding its hand out almost like for you to grab it.
Elliot puts his hand out.
Okay. And it reaches down with one of its fingers and it touches the middle of your palm. And as it does so, suddenly your whole body feels like it's just gone, and even for you, uncomfortably cold. Like freezing. Like your energy, your life essence is actually being tapped into by what you could only describe as a bottomless pit of hunger. And as it touches your hand, you feel like your skin starts to kind of crackle a little bit. Mechanically, all of your spell slots have now been drained out of you for the day.
Okay.
And you also feel like probably shaved off a little bit at the end of your life. Mm-hmm. And it does that, and as it lifts its finger again, you fall to your knees in weakness for a moment, gasping.
Shaved off a little bit of Elliot, put a little bit of flavor on top of it, and put it in a cone.
Shaved ice. Is he shaved ice?
You guys are terrible.
And it
How you feeling, buddy?
Awful.
as you're talking, its hand kind of like moves its way up, and as it does so, you see this almost kind of ghostly image of Elliot seem to float there for just a moment and then disappear into the hand as it kind of crunches its closed with the sound of grinding bone.
Well, that's a thing you'll never forget.
And it...
Should we look away?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, okay. Well then. What was it you asked for? You said you wanted to know where a piece of the armor of Kellendar Brightblade is.
Yes.
Okay then. And it seems to kind of... the little kind of white lights that were going in its eye socket seem to blink closed for a moment, like turning to little flat lines. And it says, "To the north, where you will find the rocks that do not rest, the tops of peaks that still soar though mountains no longer live. There resting you shall find a peace you seek." And then they kind of flicker back into light. Right, that helped.
Yes. Thank you.
Right then. Next, I suppose.
Sure. Yeah, let's go for that. I need to know where the heart of the blight is.
Right then.
Oh,
Payment.
oh, your hand's so big, it's creepy.
Reaches out.
It
Touches the middle of your palm as you outstretch. And again, for you, it feels like you're being like a piece of rubber stretched too thin. Like it seems to be pulling what is inside of you out through your hand, leaving behind just kind of a dry husk. Your mouth suddenly goes dry, your eyes water, and every joint seems to flare up in pain. And as it does so, the rest of you actually see the ends of Wilf's hair actually start to drain of their color slightly. And as it pulls its hand back again, you see that kind of ghostly image of Wilf floating above it for a moment until it crunches down, grinding the bones together with another... And it almost like some of the bones seem to crack a little bit as some more bits of rock seem to fall away from it. Right then, okay. You wish to find the center of the blight then, okay. Right then.
Got some frosted dips there, buddy.
And it seems to, again, once more, for lack of a better term, close its eyes. Follow the trail south. The trail of bones shall guide you. The towns that lived, the towns that died, the people there that still remain, will point you towards the central. The cathedral that once held hope now holds dark. Light kind of flickers back on. Right then. Well. Ta-da!
Ooh, I got one.
Are you sure, Lindo?
I think so.
You're positive?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I've got all day, so, whatever.
No, I think I got this. A posit. Would you, instead of life, take a bit of luck?
Well, yes, I believe so. I think I could absolutely do that. If that's what is offered, that's what is accepted as payment, then.
Excellent. I offer you the luck of Lindo Espina.
Well, then, I suppose I'll just put that on the mantle, then. As it reaches out, its long claw again.
Okay, ready?
Hold
Oh,
on.
wait, no, hold on. Fist bump. No, wait, I got this.
Can I use insight from what we've seen so far to try and intuit what's happening when he takes?
Sure, yeah, go ahead. What you got?
18.
Okay. From what you understand of, well, things like undead and life energy and such like that, he absolutely seems to be pulling, like, a chunk of their life essence away. Like, especially with what Wilf just went through and the fact that some of his hair just, like, literally went monochrome. You're pretty sure it's actually draining bits of their essence away. It's not sucking their soul out, but it's like I kind of said before, it's like shaving the edges off.
And along with that, does it look like he's using that to break free of, from what we can tell?
He doesn't seem to be able to... when you see him breaking free,
Yes.
almost as soon as he does so and, like, resettles, you actually almost see, like, the stone seems to either reform around him or kind of rebury him again. He doesn't seem like he's making progress, even though the whole time you've been talking to him, he seems to kind of be constantly breaking away from the wall. He doesn't make any progress away from it.
Okay, that was my fear.
Sure.
That's a good fear.
Yeah.
I would not want to fight that thing.
Which is why I was wanting to get that before.
We're in mid fist bump.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, no.
Continue fist bump.
It's a new world, man. There you go. Okay, ready? Knock it.
And
Knock
he
it.
Puts his fist against yours.
Bink.
And for you, it's almost as if the world around you loses a shade of color. It's almost everything just goes down one step. And you feel like that pep and that pep in your step that you normally have, that a little bit of your happiness almost just winks out. And it's just you're left kind of feeling not quite whole. Like something integral to your being has just been removed, and you can't quite put your finger on it. And as it takes its fist away and it opens it up, you see floating over its hand what looks to be almost a spectral gold coin. That every time it turns in air, it has a different face on each side. And as it seems to look at it. Oh, well then. Oh, yes. Okay then. That's new, but all right then. And it crunches down its fist again, and you hear the cracking of bone.
You better like that. It's a lot of flavor.
Lindo can't see Octarine anymore.
Oh, Lord. Well then, okay.
Got a bit of a bite, I hope.
Interesting. Yes. Sorry. What was your question?
Okay, hold that thought.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I look at the party. We kinda want to know where the king's son is, yes?
Yes.
I remember the thing.
Good job, Lindo.
Thank you. Okay. Where? No, hold on. Help me word this.
Where can we find the son of the king of Kalendar?
Okay, but the king of Kalendar is dead.
Horace Westing.
Where
can you find
the son of Horace
the
Westing?
heir
Oh, okay. Heir.
to Horace Westing?
Okay, I got this.
In your own time.
Yeah.
Where
Uh-huh.
can we find
Yeah.
the heir
Oh, yeah.
of Horace Westing, late king
Uh-huh.
of the place? I look.
Dariel.
Dariel, late king of Dariel.
Oh. You're really kind of lowballing me with the questions here. Well then. I mean, these are all easy. You ask me some cosmic truths here or something, but
I don't want to be
that's what you
crazy.
want. Ah, well, to each his own. Very well, very well. And he seems to close its eyes again. And looks up and... Traveling through, finding the light, locating what used to be. You seek the one who unites the forces, who holds the candle against the dark. You seek the one who used to reign, who no longer reigns, who will reign again. You seek he who already lives where he will belong.
So, like an address?
Kind of blinks. Oh, what now?
like an address, like a street number,
Like where you would send him a post or something.
like a town, like a spot on the map.
Let's see, what did I say? Will Rain lives where he... Yeah, I guess he lives wherever he's supposed to be. I guess, what did you say? Da-da-da?
Da-da-da, yeah.
Yeah.
Doriel.
Dariel, that one, yeah. I guess, he probably lives in Dariel.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Was even less helpful than the rest of them.
Glad I gave up my luck for that question.
He's already in Calendar.
Callanhall.
Callenhall.
It could be very difficult to be inside of a dead man.
Unless
you're that guy.
The giant skeletal structure shrugs with the sound of crunching rocks and bone. Sure.
Okay. Do we have all of our questions answered, or do we need to give some half-orc love?
Do you have a question, Mr. Jaxom?
Oh, ask about a cosmic truth.
Or you could not end up as an Alip.
I would rather us not end up as Alips.
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
To each his own, then. I mean...
Oh, wait, do we have any... Okay, do we
do
have
we-
any more questions?
Do we know actually how to kill a lich?
How do you kill a lich? Do you know how to kill a lich, Elliot?
Yes, we break its phylactery.
It's for what?
Phylactery.
Phylactery.
We have to find his most important item and smash it.
Oh, do we know where that's at?
Rude.
Yes.
The heart, yes. The heart of,
Oh, the heart is the phylactery?
No.
No.
The heart is where the phylactery is at.
Okay, so
We're
the
going to destroy
phylactery...
two things over there.
Two
Bring
birds,
back
one
this-
stone.
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully
Okay.
it'll bring back your light.
I mean, I'm kind of okay with that. I seem to be... I mean, for everything I've figured out, I mean, I was here before the Blight, and before that all happened. It was just a little different last time. But then, now that that's there, I mean, seems to be its own thing. I don't think it's really going to do much to me. So, do whatever.
Okay, thinking.
was this undead condition that you had vomiting forth before or after?
That was kind of a relatively new thing. I mean, it seemed to happen after everything kind of went to shit.
You got some ghoul on your mandible there.
Hold on. It reaches up kind of straight. Here.
Almost got it.
You gotta mirror it. Mirror it.
There.
It screeches as he plucks it out from behind its jawbone. I swear. Just can't get rid of these things. And it flicks it off into the darkness and just in this beautiful arc as it screeches.
You know, they're not that scary
That's gonna
when
leave
they
a mark.
Sickening thwack as it hits a distant wall you can't see.
flack onto the wall.
It's perspective. If they're in your face, they're scary.
Yeah,
If they're
scary,
in
yeah.
his face, they're somewhat
Hilarious.
minuscule.
It actually
They're
is kind of
hilarious.
absent-mindedly brushing its arm down its front, where you see like multitudes of these things crawling up the front of it, and it just seems to kind of be casually brushing them off down into the pit below, just echoing with screams and rage and anger down below.
This place is disgusting. I want to leave.
Let's leave then.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Sunken Oracle. Do you have a shorter name we can call you, like Bob?
I mean, I had a name. I'm pretty sure I accidentally gave that up. It was part of the whole curse thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You know, you do this long enough, people just kind of call you Oracle, and then you kind of forget what you were before.
Well, do you have a preferred nomenclature?
I mean, you know, I really don't get many visitors, so... I mean...
Lindo, name him.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Huh?
I have named you.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
I ain't been put on the spot. Hold on. Okay, he's a Sunken
Wait.
Oracle. Or...
Willis.
What?
Willis.
Oh, Willis is his nice name.
Willis is a good name.
Does he look like a Willis? Yeah, no, I can see it. It's
We
in
give you the name Willis.
Willis!
It's in your cheekbones.
Again?
No. I mean, like, the
The name.
name.
It fits you.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, go ahead. Feel free to spread that around, I suppose.
And So is that when people don't know what he's talking about?
What you talking about, Willis?
I'm
Yes.
just giving you prophecies, I suppose.
Yeah, see? That's fun.
Right. Either way, I mean, I suppose that's all. I can get back to, bleh.
Oh, I mean, if that's what you're
Yeah.
into,
Well, it's what I do now, I suppose.
that's fair.
You know, kind of found what I'm good at. Everyone's looking for what they're good at.
Well, high five? No, wait. You're not gonna steal my life if we high five, right? Okay, then let's not.
Okay. Well, good luck, and whatever's left of your people out there, send them in if they need something.
Oh,
Thank you.
all right, Willis. You have yourself a good evening cave time
Right.
amount of.
I'll just get back to it then, and turn the lights out on your way out.
Oh, okay. What to conserve energy? What's happening? All right. Yep, you got it.
Sure if, I think I can do that.
Right then. It starts to creak as it's like leaning itself back into the wall,
Night,
settling
Willis.
itself. Well, good night then. Goodbye. Good luck.
Goodbye,
All that.
Willis.
Goodbye.
And as it settles back, it opens its mouth once more, and you hear this kind of.
What?
As once again, this kind
Why?
of tirade and pouring of just hundreds of undead now start pouring out of its mouth and down in a constant waterfall into the pit below.
I think I'm gonna miss him.
The little blue lights seem to kind of flare for just a moment and then fade slowly, leaving the entire opposite wall just kind of dark and nothing and cold.
For once, I would just like to be able to throw something somewhere and, suddenly a happy, beautiful fairy pops out.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. As suddenly just
Okay.
the
Hello.
white light bursts forward
Ah!
from the eyes again. Yeah, another thing. If you happen to see the tall, dark man in the black armor, send him my way. I have words for him.
Oh, you mean the guy of Bane? That
The right hand of Bane.
Yeah, that one. Send him my
Wait,
way.
What? Why?
I've got words for him.
What kind of words? Like, hi, how's it going?
Not
Your
words for
family?
you.
Well, yeah.
I have things I need to talk to him about.
right, Willis? Well, if we see him and we don't immediately all die, we'll point him your way.
What is the likelihood of not dying?
Well,
If we find the right hand of Bane, not very good.
Okay.
But thankfully, he should be dead.
Yeah, well, good luck with that then. But, just
What?
point him my way then.
well,
Anyway, thank you.
What? Oh,
As
okay.
it clacks and clatters and sinks back into the wall again, and slowly the light just fades, and once again the torrent of undead flesh issuing forth from it, falling into the chasm.
You know, I changed my mind. I'm not going to miss him.
I will.
Let's.
And we can see him again.
Let's get out of here.
yeah, let's get
I
out.
use my water walk ability to cause the oil to freeze as we're going out.
Okay, so you actually put the light out on your way out.
Yes.
Okay, you easily handle that on your way down the cave, and sure enough, as you make your way out, it seems like the area around you seems a lot more still than it was before. There seems to be less activity, less feeling of movement around you, but it takes you a while once you leave the cave itself and start down the path, heading back towards the bridge. The whole way, you're just kind of, before you felt watched, before you felt that there were these things around you, and now there's nothing, as if the whole place is just empty.
In the still of the night.
Is this
Well-
really the time to bard?
I'm sorry, I'm barred when I'm nervous.
Me and Wilf don't have spells anymore.
Well, until we take some rest.
Till we sit for 8 hours.
Yeah, well, let's get back to Nora.
Don't worry. I will try and protect you. Ish, maybe.
Why would you maybe protect him?
I'll try.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll just need to get back to the boys and get ourselves hunkered down somewhere defensible.
And then figure out the puzzle that he left us.
I like puzzles.
And so you guys continue making your way down the path, and it's not so much even just the silence of no one around. It's the silence of not a single living or moving thing within hearing distance. The wind has even stopped here, and it is just echoing and silent for a good while as you're making your way down, which makes it all the more jarring. And as you're nearing where you came in, you hear this echoing bellow of "Rah! For the sun!" And you hear the sound of crunching bone and clanging metal that starts to echo forth in front of you.
Let's get out there. They're in trouble.
Oh, okay. Pump myself up. I got this.
Crap, I have no spells.
And you guys start running down the way, and as you kind of make your way down the winding path, and you eventually get to the long, straight hallway, and ahead of you, you see, just now that you're able to see this light of that defensible position, although this time it seems to be on this side of the bridge. And as you're making your way forward, you see what look to be several of the soldiers and clerics and paladins hunkered down, holding wounds, battered, nearly broken, bleeding. Several of them seem to be in a little bit worse condition and are unconscious on the ground being tended to, as the bulwark in front of them seems to be attempting to hold at bay a what looks to be almost a wall of blackness ahead of you that seems to be flittering spirits. You see what looks to be glowing entities of darkness and what ghostly energy. And ahead of you, standing in the middle of the bridge, just feet planted, Maul glowing with a brilliant white light in each hand, swinging away as if clanging and digging at a mountain by himself. You see Zugtug standing, what looks to be, swinging mightily against a form, a towering, nearly 20-foot tall entity of darkness that seems to be trying to swing down at him, and he seems to be meeting its fists with his glowing mauls each time with a bellow, "Sun! Sun! Sun!" as each hit and impact is flashing brilliant light, seeming to pulse away the darkness around it, keeping them from making their way across the bridge to your injured comrades.
Okay, rush forward. We're rushing forward.
I've got
Get
one
100
thing.
feet close. Firebolt.
Yeah, you make your way forward, and as you hold out your hand, you reach inside for that arcane energy, and whereas your ability to call forth that ice seemed to be fairly easy before, as you even attempt to pull out that cantrip, it seems to fizzle, almost like you're trying to throw up on an empty stomach. You're pulling energy that isn't there, and it kind of almost doubles you over in sickness.
Oh, can't use magic.
Okay.
Ice knife.
And you pull and coalesce this ice energy into your hand, and you throw it forward, and as it goes out there, you see it almost dissipate in the air as it gets close to this tall, dark entity.
Looks like we're gonna have to go in with punchies.
I'm going to try to see if this works. I pull out my lute, and I use its enchantments to make a spell of protection against evil.
You pull your lute out, and you're starting to strum, and then you get that feeling like again, you're drawing from an empty well. Even the energy of your lute seems to, when it's attempting to move through you, seems to almost hit a block, and almost like it's trying to fill that emptiness inside you before you're even able to use it. And you kind of get that feeling in the pit of your stomach, almost like you're feeling your rib cage crack in slightly when you try to cast a spell.
All right, Jaxom.
Yes.
We got this.
I run up
Okay, I got this.
right next to Zugtug and turn the unholy.
You start to run forward, and the bulwark that's standing in the way, that's still on this side, you see Norin, who's sitting there. He actually looks like a piece of one of his horns has been ripped off. And he actually stops you. He holds his arm out and catches you across the breastplate. And he gives you this look and shakes his head. And as he does so, you see Zugtug, who just kind of glances over his shoulder. And you see this big grin appear on his face. Oh, good. Friend safe. Okay. Don't worry, friend. Safe now. And with that, he turns and he drops both of the mauls. And as he does so, you see the creature he's fighting seems to follow them down with its face. And as it does so, he reaches up, grabs it around the neck, and he wrenches it to the side. And both him and it tumble slightly. And all you hear is this as you see him tumble off the side of the bridge and just fall down into the darkness. That light issuing forth from around him and his mauls, blinking out as they go beyond sight into the pit.
No!
And as that creature falls, the darkness around that seems to have been so oppressive seems to lighten, seems to kind of lessen, and all the creatures that seem to have gathered around this form seem to notice that the tide has turned, and they turn and start to dissipate off into the darkness around. And all you are left with is the sound of the wind blaring through, gusting over the bridge, and just the echoing silence of the valley in front of you.
Norin, what was that?
He shakes his head. I've never seen one before. It just came out of nowhere.
I ran to the edge and peeked down into the voids.
It is absolute blackness below.
I have tears. I am sad. There are tears happening.
I think this is the point where Elliot just passes out.
Elliot just can't take any more, falls to his knees, pitches forward, and is out.
I'm at a loss for words. Zogtog.
Lindo stands up, takes a deep breath. He walks to first soldier. He pours a potion into its mouth. He continues with this pattern. For each soldier he comes across. I do this give or take 8 times.
Okay.
Each time I do it, I say, for the sun.
Okay. And you start bringing some of the soldiers back from the brink of death. They all seem to take a moment of silence. No one says much above a whisper or a prayer to the Dawn Lord. And as they do so, Norin finally seems to kind of take a breath, seems to relax for just a moment, looks at Jaxom, smiles, and then almost pitches backwards as you notice he kind of holds his side, and he seems to be holding on to what looks a rent in the side of his armor. And he looks and clasps you on the shoulder, Jaxom, and he says, It's good that you made it. We're happy. We hope you got what you went for.
Norin.
Somebody got the medicine stuff.
I lay on hands.
Okay. And he breathes a sigh of relief and nods, but before you can heal him too much, he actually seems to stop you, and he motions at some of the others that still haven't had healing, and he mentions, you should save that for someone worse off than I am. Thank you.
If we're all taking a short rest, I try my song of rest.
Well, this actually, you guys are fairly unbothered for the rest of what is effectively the evening. And as you guys mourn the loss of one of yours, as you sit there on the edge of a pit of darkness where a small flickering light has been put out, that is where we will end tonight's session. So thank you for joining us, dear Digidicers, for another episode of Hazardous Endeavors. And until next time, game on, internets.
Game on internets.